Hey guys, Rendezvous here, and welcome to Pokemon Legends Arceus. I've been excited about this open world Pokemon game for a long time, and I'm pumped to see what journey lies ahead. Without waiting any longer, let's jump right in.
Nice gold light. Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art here. I am that which humans call Arceus. Now I wish to know thine appearance. What do I look like? We'll just go with this first one. What is thy name? Well, of course, you can call me Rendezvous. Rendezvous. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokémon. Rendezvous. Seek out all Pokémon, and thou shalt find me once more. That's a lot of Pokémon. Oh no. What's happening? My cell phone. What's happening? Pokemon Legends, Arceus. Wake up. Oh, do wake up, won't you? Oh, look at these adorable little creatures here. Are you alive, my boy? You gave me quite the shock falling from the sky like that, but thank goodness you seem unharmed. I'd like to ask you the same. I don't know what I asked him. I went through that part too quick. I mean, you fell out of the sky, you understand? Come now. Who in the world does that? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I doubt it. I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? I don't know. You don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? Somehow, I guess. I think I've got some instincts of some sort. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Woo! Splish Splash. Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me, mysterious creatures that they are. Oh, yes, and what might your name be? Oh, so you're called Rendezvous. That name has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Laventon. I am something of a Pokemon professor. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon such as... Oh, they're dipping. Oh, blast and bother. My darling Pokemon, why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you 3, wait. Okay, we're gonna make... What's this? Gonna make some quick sound adjustments here. Make things a little bit more comfortable. And we're gonna carry on. What's this? What's this over here? There's a glowing, beeping object over there. Well, let's check it out. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc Phone, and thy mission is seek out all Pokemon. Nice. Have Arceus on speed dial for me if I need him. How are you? I finally caught you live. Taller than a tree. I'm doing good. How are you? Alas, yet another miss. Aha! I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way. I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these 3 first. Now, that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. Crew! You cute, adorable little thing. That one over there is Cyndaquil. Yeah, that's the one we want. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it is surprised or irate. Boom! You're my California cousin? Well, I'm glad you tuned in. The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Splish Splash! Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing, how to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. I obtained 50 Pokeballs. A mysterious ball that can be thrown at wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted by hand if you gather the necessary materials. Ah, but that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. That's so strange about them, or what's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon, and why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. No, we've just met, but I'm afraid I have no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to aim at the Pokemon, then let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. I can't speak. The dialogue on the screen. Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold down the ZR button to ready a Pokeball and take aim. You can keep moving around as you do so, so use the right stick to adjust your angle and aim carefully at your target Pokemon. Release the ZR button to throw the Pokeball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. If you've readied a Pokeball but do not want to throw it, press the B button to cancel the throw. Okay. I see you over here. Can't hide from me. Aha! Oh, wonderful. You've caught a Pokemon. It seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Rendezvous. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Well, look at them. They're the most adorable things ever. Why would I be scared of them? I can hardly believe it, Rendezvous. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? What? Ah, yes. I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. Where'd you go? Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Rendezvous, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. Seek out all Pokemon. That object is an Arc phone, you say? What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. We in the field call such a catalog a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research, containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy? You've convinced me, it's foolproof. Then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We've a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. We'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. What's wrong with my clothes? Follow me then, onward to Jubilee Village. Ominous looking storm cloud above what looks to be a volcano. Ooh. Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing him into the village for a bit. Guy is like, who is this kid? Quaint little town we've got here. This way, if you please. Weird that all that dialogue played out by itself. Oh, botheration. I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. Might I ask you to wait for me at the canteen? It's just past this bridge here, then to the left, the wallflower it's called. Your ARC phone is beeping. Somehow it seems to show you where you need to go next. Use the minus button to view the map on your ARC phone. You can consult the map for guidance to your next destination and information on your missions and requests. You'll also see guidance markers when you're out exploring or running around the village. If you're not sure where to go next, stop and look around in all directions to try to spot one of these markers, then head for it. Cool. Well, let's get going. Well, now, aren't you awfully suspicious? Wallflowers for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. I'm sad. Who are you? I've never seen anyone dressed like you are. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be minced meat in those flimsy clothes. The guard let you through. You must have ties with somebody in the village. Perhaps you've met Professor Laventon. He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though. It makes me a bit worried for him. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. I was hit by a Pokemon move called Thundershock not long ago and had to take to my bed. Professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last. Fortunately, it's just as Akari says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Professor! But everything will be quite alright now. Rendezvous here has agreed to help us with our Pokedex. That's right. Yeah, look at me like that. Be upset. Excuse me? You plan to appoint him to the Survey Corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Celine's permission. I'll allow it. Captain Celine? Man, you look cranky. Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I'm the captain of the Galaxy Team's Survey Corps. You may call me Thylene. Celine? Thylene's probably more correct. Professor Laventon has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped his control. Now it seems he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You look to be 15 or so. A little older than that. Quite old enough to work for your keep. But we can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can improve yourself worthy. I'll figure out all this talking stuff. at some point in the game. Oh ho. A most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite all right. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. Aloof, as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Benny, old chum. The usual potato mochi, and if you please, but make it for 3 today. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never fail to please. Professor Laventon, where exactly did you meet our visitor here? Ah, well, you know of that great hole in the sky, the one people call the space-time rift? A new friend fell right out of it. Can't be serious. Come now. I am a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself only with facts. Now, you already know there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region. That there are in the grass, in forests, by water, or wherever they like. Our job as the Survey Corps is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. That's where Rendezvous will come in. He successfully caught 3 Pokemon, 3 of them in quick order, you understand? Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. 3? We have a hard enough time catching even 1 when wild Pokemon come after us. Ah, well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. The key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your ball well. It seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? The captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. Slow progress on that Pokedex of yours clearly has her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now have your fill, Rendezvous. And think, if you make it to the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all of its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. Lucky for me. That was quite delicious. Quite delicious indeed. Yes, the food was lovely, but more importantly, do you remember that Rendezvous has a trial to pass to join the Survey Corps, don't you? Not to worry, I have complete confidence in Rendezvous' skills. As you should. Let's hope it is not misplaced. Rendezvous, was it? Tonight, at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. Thank you. I appreciate you, Silene. But if you fail to pass the trial, we put you... I'll get it right, I promise. But if you fail to pass the trial, we put you to tomorrow. You must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate and perhaps your death in the wilds. You're gonna leave me out in the woods to die? Ew! I don't even want to be on your team. Captain Silene's somewhat like Hisui in that they're both quite harsh. Now, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? A good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has had enough falling for one day. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Yes, good night. Oh man. A rift in the sky, people falling from it. The world is full of mysteries. Ooh, boy. Get some rest. Survey tips contain all sorts of useful information to help you carry out your survey work in the Hisui region. Read them anytime. Simply press the up button to open the menu, then go to the help screen. Handy tips for team members. Don't wish your toils to be forgotten. Diligent record keeping will save you from such a fate. Save your progress, press the up button to open the menu, then scroll with the ZL or ZR button until you reach a save screen. There is also an autosave function that you can use to have your progress saved automatically. You can enable or disable autosave by scrolling to the help menu screen and then selecting settings. Got it. Get me through all the tutorial stuff. Rest until tomorrow morning. You bet. Get my snooze on. A badoof. The next day. Good morning, Rendezvous. Are you up? Quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? Today's the day of your trial, so let's give it our all. What lovely weather we've got. I hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting. The Survey Corps offices are here on the first floor. Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. The wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against a whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield that the medical corps will put you to right. That man's with the security corps. Even with his own partner, he took a beating from wild Pokemon. Without a partner Pokemon of your own, you might find this trial particularly trying. Captain Silene, Rendezvous is here. You may enter. What up, Silene? What's good? Let us get straight to it. You wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokemon, Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Catching 3 Pokemon from the start, no one on the Galaxy team has ever managed that. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? Our trials should be simple enough for him, if the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt that you'll be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of our Survey Corps satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. Yeah, look at this fanny pack. That satchel doesn't exactly match your mode of dress. Ari. I'll expect you to step in if anything goes awry. There's that awry. We'll figure it out. Press the Y button while consulting the map on your ARC phone, and you can check the tasks you have waiting. There are 2 types, missions and requests. Missions must be completed to progress your adventure, while requests are optional and given by people you meet. Pardon, Rendezvous. Come with me a moment. Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. Is something the matter, Professor Lavington? In order to complete our Pokedex and, well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Rendezvous absolutely must pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've got just the ticket to help accomplish that. Yes! These adorable little things. Woo! Boom! Splish Splash! Go on, Rendezvous. Pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see they're rather curious about you. Well, my boy, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? Give me the Cyndaquil. Boom! Do you want Cyndaquil as your first partner? You bet I do. And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach for me will now be yours to keep. Good show. I've tucked Cyndaquil back inside its Pokeball for you, so take it, it's yours. You receive Cyndaquil. A word of advice, my boy. Pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty and which ones contain a Pokemon when you're out in the field. Cuckoo! Flash. They look as if they're cheering on their friend Cyndaquil. Perhaps they're just jealous that it gets to help you with your trial. They should be jealous, because we're about to have a dope time. That could well be. They did go dashing from the village when Rendezvous fell out of the sky, after all. Well, not to worry, you two. I'll have you assist me with my research for now. Woo! Splish Splash! By the by, what species has Captain Silene charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing. All three of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial, then. I got 20 Pokeballs. Let's go. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work a treat, as you've already seen. We'll have this trial cleared in no time. Guess you're finally ready. You'll have to leave the village for your trial. Turn left after you exit headquarters, then head for the gate. Alright, let's go. I'm about to astound the Hisui region. I've never seen anybody in the world catch Pokemon like this before. Who dis? Oh, what a curious getup you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. People have never seen a t-shirt and shorts before with some flip-flops? I'm Volo of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui, or is that mercantile? I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now that's certainly a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, and you have a Pokemon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant's success. So what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokemon stand up to one another in battle? Yeah, let's go. I haven't had a chance to even raise it, but I'm taking you down. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I've also heard about this trial you're to attempt. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Though I hope you know you'll lose if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. Ginkgo Guild member Volo challenge you to battle. Togepi. Yeah! So I can move around while this happens. It's kind of cool. Kind of just like a better way to spectate it, maybe? So, your Togepi got whopped. Moves, items, use them well, and the world will open up to you. It's always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? As they gain experience through battle, they learn more moves and grow even stronger. Pokemon sometimes learn new moves when they level up. If you want to change the moves your Pokemon can use in battle, open your satchel, choose the Pokemon you want, and select the change moves option. Sweet. But so few people here have their own Pokemon, if only more knew how to use Pokeballs. At any rate, let me help our two battlers recover from their little exercise. And to you, my sky-fallen friend, I present some potions and thanks. You obtained 5 potions. Topical medicine meant to be applied to Pokemon. It can be used to restore 60 HP to a single Pokemon. You can use them on your Pokemon whenever they might be worn out from battle. I'll be hoping that you're successful on that trial of yours. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. That's really something. Not only can you catch Pokemon, you can lead them in battle. Now to the Obsidian Fieldlands. When you're leaving Jubilife Village, make sure you choose a destination from your map and tell Rest the guardsman where you're going. That way, someone can come to your aid if you're knocked out by a Pokemon. The trial begins just a short way past that front gate. My gosh, let me go! Your rendezvous, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Yes, you just heard her say the sentence! Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. Yeah, let's do it. This is our base camp. Last safe haven before you reach the wild. For your trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon, Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Are you ready to get started? Oh, Professor, is something wrong? Well, you see, Captain Silene got a hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. That's our unsparing captain, but what help exactly can you offer out here, Professor? Be honest, my dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. Rendezvous' talents are the real deal. He'll pass with flying colors, you'll see. So the responsibility for him still lies, in fact, with me then. Well, I'm sure Rendezvous will be fine. Let's begin the trial. Look, you'll be impressed by all the work I do later on, Akari. This is Aspiration Hill. The species of Pokemon you're meant to catch all live here. Ooh, it's so pretty out here. Obsidian Fieldlands. Let's check it out. And along comes a Bidoof. Time to get ready. The key is to aim carefully. Not that you seem to need my advice. I'm just sharing what I know. Hold down the ZL button to focus on a wild Pokemon and keep it in your sights as long as it's nearby. This technique comes in very useful when aiming Pokeballs at a target or when dodging Pokemon's attack. Bidoof has a mellow disposition. That means it tends to not run from people, so this will be easy. Do I have to check in with you again for this Pokemon? You ought to be able to catch a Bidoof with a well-thrown Pokeball. Take that. You're mine now. Don't fight it. That's what you like to see. You caught a Bidoof. Well done. Time to find your next Pokemon. Quit talking to me so much so I can do it. There's a Starly. They're skittish little things. They'll run if startled. You should be able to get close to them. If you crouch, it'll be harder to spot. Press the B button to crouch to make it harder for wild Pokemon to notice you. Press the same button again to rise. If you creep into the tall grass while crouched low, you'll be even harder for wild Pokemon to detect. How far can I launch one of these Pokeballs is the question. Okay, I fall short in my throw. Got it. Do I have to like aim a little high? No, that's interesting. Well, noticeable am I is the question. All right, 2 down. Simple enough. That's Starly caught as well. Only one more Pokemon to go. I forgot there's something I ought to teach you since you're still new to this. Here's the proper way to throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Silene tells us, have an item at the ready but want to send out a Pokemon, press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready but want to throw an item, press X. Captain's a real expert on these things. Try throwing your Pokeballs at rocks or trees like this one to have it investigate. If your Pokemon finds any berries or other items, it'll bring them to you. Now it's time for your partners to shine. We've reached our final hurdle, catching a Shinx. Nice. Oh, so they come out for just like a smidge of time. Okay. At least in this instance. There, that's Shinx. Yeah. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that? Not at all. Not to worry, these things become clear once you focus on the Pokemon around you. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate, they'll knock aside any ball you throw at them. When you use the ZL button to focus on a Pokemon, you can see how easy it may be to catch. The more arrows you see pointing up above the Pokemon, the easier it will be to catch. The X icon will appear above a Pokemon if it has picked a fight with you. Be warned, Pokemon displaying this icon cannot be caught unless you engage them in battle. Okay. Don't worry though, I'll teach you the trick to catching aggressive Pokemon. You've got to battle them. Once they're absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try to catch them. By now, you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one of their Pokeballs and throw it near wild Pokemon you want to battle. Got no doubt you'll hold your own in battle. It's easy to start a battle against a wild Pokemon. Simply throw a Pokeball that contains one of your Pokemon at it. You can see that you currently have an item ready to throw. Not a Pokemon, press the X button. It will allow you to toggle between your thrown items and your Pokemon team. Take him down, Cyndaquil. Ember. What you looking around at? Look at that. Yeah. Give him to me. got the Shanks. You approached those Pokemon without a hint of fear and caught each one. You're like a gift the sky dropped to us. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokédex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful. I'm still curious why on earth you came falling from the sky like you did, but for now, let's tell the professor we're ready to head back. Oh, I said you'd pass the trial with flying colors, and it seems you went and did just that. Congratulations, Rendezvous. You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. Calls for a commemorative photograph. Look at the joy in my closed eyes for that photo. With skills like yours, I suppose this was a foregone conclusion. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Silene. Time to head back to Jubilife Village, eh? In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to 6 Pokemon with you into the field in theory, though we've never had anyone skilled enough to do so. Come now, you two, let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased. What's up, Captain? It seems we won't have to leave you to die after all. Congratulations. You've passed your trial. You can hold on to that satchel. I must admit, you've impressed me. Set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy, but you cleared it. This is yours, the official uniform of the Survey Corps. You received a Survey Corps uniform and a pair of Survey Corps sandals. Get changed in the room you used last night, then you're to report at once to the 3rd floor. Present yourself in uniform to our commander. This is your first official order from your captain. You gotta look so grumpy all the time. Your brow line's probably gotta hurt so much. Can't imagine maintaining like that scrunched up eyebrow look all the time. That's a lot of work to put in. A lot of work for my eyebrows. Change the fit. Bet I want to. Okay. Survey Corps uniform. Oh, yeah, Survey Corps sandals. I like my old ones better, I'll be honest. But hey, we're doing it. We're doing it. Yep, I'm going with this outfit. Changed into your Survey Corps uniform. Look how well our Survey Corps uniform suits you. It's almost as if the captain had it tailored just for you. I see you've changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well. I don't want that hat. Ew. Now present yourself to the commander. The 3rd floor of Galaxy Hall. I've been waiting for you. I am Komodo, the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. So you are Rendezvous. Yes, sir. I've been briefed on your situation, including how you fell from the rift in the sky. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat. Charge at him. Hiya! Oh, it looks like he got me. You've got vigor, I'll give you that. You need to work on your sumo technique, but I do see some potential. Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider who will literally fell right out of the blue. The superstitious among us might see your arrival as a portent of disaster. But you passed the trial that was put to you. No matter how odd you may seem, you're part of Jubilife Village now. Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team and complete the Pokédex. But I warn you, Rendezvous, Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work. Yes! So the commander has also accepted you. But understand this. You begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Perform well as a member of the Survey Corps and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed, you see, the more you add to the Pokédex, the higher your rank will become. Working on the Pokédex will also, of course, bring you closer toward that goal of yours, to seek out every last Pokemon. Here, you'll need this. You obtained a recipe for crafting Pokeballs. Recipe: 1 apricorn and 1 tumblestone. And $3,000 cashola as well. You will have to buy the necessary materials. Ching! Kari, you are an expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what he needs to know. Of course, Captain Silene. Now, as the experienced craftsperson here, let me explain a bit to start with. Crafting means making items with your own 2 hands. You can buy some items at the general store, but self-sufficiency is worth striving for. You can even make our most valuable tools, Pokeballs. Think where we'd be if we couldn't do that. Let's head to the Craftworks. I get to make my own Pokeballs from scratch. Yes. Well done earning a place in our team. My name is Anth. I'm the local clothier. The professor asked that I ready you a change of clothes, so here you go. I do hope they fit. I'm wearing clothes. You received everyday kimono and a pair of everyday trousers. I hope you'll avail yourself of the village's humble shops. I might have to do that. We'll see. This way to the Craftworks Rendezvous. You can use the workbench here at the Craftworks anytime you need to make an item in the village. And I'll supply what you need to make your first Pokeballs once you're ready to begin. Call it my way of saying congratulations on joining us. Just spend the money you got from the captain on clothes or whatever you think is best. Go up to the workbench and choose an item to craft, in this case, a Pokeball. You can use the workbenches in Jubilife Village and the base camps to craft Pokeballs and other items. Crafting items requires a recipe and the necessary materials. I have 20 of each of these on me. Is that what I'm understanding here? Here, we'll make 10. Nicely done. Oh, now that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe this was your first time stepping up to the workbench, my boy. You'll recall, of course, that Pokemon possess the odd power to shrink themselves down. With the Pokeballs we craft, we can make use of that power to catch them. Also, that more Pokemon species can be duly recorded in a Pokedex. And on that note, here you are. Got my Pokedex, a volume for compiling the collected results of much Pokemon research. Professor Laventon continually adds to it with each report made on new Pokemon species. Cool. They're all in black and white. Okay. I prepared this volume just for you. I hope it aids you well in your aim to seek out all the Pokemon there are in this grand region. You'll have to complete lots of research tasks to help the professor fill out the Pokedex. The same goes for me, of course. I've also got Pokemon to research as a Survey Corps member. I'd be all too happy to explain more about the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me at the Fieldlands camp whenever you're ready, my good Rendezvous. Hey, excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. You're going to the Fieldlands camp. Would you mind taking care of a request for me? I'm standing guard, so I can't leave my post, but I'll be here at headquarters if you want to talk about it. People have something to ask you. Will have a request icon displayed above them. If you fulfill their request, you may receive a nice reward. In other words, side quest. Hey, so there's this Pokemon called Wurmple. Have you heard of it? I know of it, yeah. Well, you see, was having a chat with Professor Laventon, and he told me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, it will sometimes change its appearance and become stronger. He said it was a phenomenon called evolution. Some Pokemon can undergo evolution, which changes their appearance and stats. One of your Pokemon has met the requirements to evolve. You'll be able to select the evolve option when viewing the Pokemon in your satchel. So I decided I wanted to raise a Wurmple myself and have it evolve. You're part of the Survey Corps, aren't you? If you catch a Wurmple, could you let me have it? There will be a reward in it for you, I promise. Just get me a Wurmple if you can. Sure.
Alright guys, that'll be the end of part 1 here. We've been introduced to a small glimpse of what the region holds and how we interact with the Pokemon in it. Getting our own Pokedex is always a good place to start in any Pokemon game, so we'll look more into what Hisui has to offer in part 2. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.